Welcome back. I have a fun video today that I'm going to try. I'm going to try to recreate some of my favorite sauces from Out and About. So these are copycat recipes. I am going to do Arby sauce, cane sauce, Chick-Fil-A sauce, and Campfire Mayo from Red Robin. I know these sauces very well, so I should be able to tell if these taste like them. I am going to cut the recipes down because I don't need like a ton of it. But let's get started. Let's do Arby sauce first. I am excited about this. Did I say that? Anyways, welcome back. I'm Carrie. This is Keep It Simple DIY. If you're new, thanks for being here. If not, thanks for being here as well. We are going to start off with let's do half a batch of this. So it says half a cup of ketchup. So I need a quarter cup. And I'm actually going to measure because I'm going to be testing these recipes to see if the copycats are right. And if I kind of just wing it, then I'll never know. Oof, we're making a mess. So my plan is I'm going to make all 4 of these first, and then I'm going to cook up some chicken nuggets and like a potato cake. That way I can test everything on them. We gotta clean as we go. But I want them to kind of sit and get the flavors to all like meld together while I'm cooking everything. And I'm using a potato cake instead of French fries because that's what I usually use Arby sauce on. That and of course any Arby sandwich. What else do we need? So I'm cutting this in half. So 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Okay. Well, I guess Worcestershire is next and it's a liquid. So it says 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire. I'm cutting it in half. I'm going to say that every time. Like I got to remember cutting it in half. So we need 1.5 tablespoons. Uh-oh. Is it going to fit? 1 tablespoon of water. This might not be big enough. A tablespoon of brown sugar. I'm looking at it like, how am I going to fit this? I'm going to try to make it work. We'll use the other side of it because it's dry. It says 4 to 5 drops of your favorite hot sauce. They used Cholula. I'm going to do that, but that means 2 drops. Although this doesn't really come out in drops. It comes out in like glops. So maybe we can get drops out of it. 1, 2. I'm only going to do 2 because I can't do 2.5. We're going to be able to fit everything. So it says 1/4 teaspoon, which is going to be 1/2 of a 1/4 teaspoon, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Do you think this is going to work? Do you think that these are going to be the same as what I'm expecting them to be? Or do you think these are just going to be good sauces that are not the same but still delicious? What do you think? I've done a few. I did a Worcestershire copycat type of thing and it wasn't the best. Okay, we have followed the recipe to the T. Very unlike me. I'm gonna mix this up slowly but surely and then just let the flavors come together. Okay, little clumpy still, but we are just about mixed. I think letting everything just come together for a while be good. The texture, the consistency looks about right. So, oh, there we go. A ping. I just canned some savory jams. Oops, of course. That proved that it's not mixed though. I did some apple chili jam and balsamic onion. Next up, we are going to be making some Chick-Fil-A sauce. Hopefully. We're going to try with this copycat recipe. And it's going to start with some honey. Now my honey is crystallized, which is why I'm doing the honey first. Because I want to put the honey in the microwave for a little bit so that it's not crystallized in our sauce. So I'll stick that in for just a couple of seconds to soften it. Okay, perfect. Now we need 1/4 cup of mayo. And once again, I'm measuring because I want to really test their recipe. See if it is a copycat. And I am using light mayo, so it might be a little different, but I haven't noticed a difference in flavor. Okay, light mayo going in. Okay, here is one thing that's kind of going to be a substitution. It says 1/4 cup of honey barbecue sauce, and I only have, well, maybe I have it. Let me look. Nope, I have mustard barbecue sauce. Oh gosh. But not honey barbecue sauce. Whew. We got that. Grab another spoon. How much did it say? I think it said 1/4 cup, but was that me halving it? 1/4 cup of honey barbecue sauce, so we need half of the 1/4 cup. I'm just going to, I guess, get it on my counter. This is the last of the home canned barbecue sauce. I need to add this to my list of things to can. And then I need 3/4 of a tablespoon of yellow mustard. That's funny, I took out honey mustard because I was thinking honey barbecue, I don't know. But you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably do half honey mustard, half yellow mustard, because since we didn't have honey in the barbecue sauce. So we're going for 3/4 of this tablespoon. So let's just get some of that in there. There we go. Did I add the vinegar? I don't think so. I'd say that's about 3/4. I feel like I am just making such a mess. You need half of a teaspoon of white vinegar. Gosh. We did it. Good thing this wasn't very full. That would have been difficult. Last but not least is just a pinch of salt. We'll do a half pinch. I feel like that was very messy. Mix this up. Okay, Chick-Fil-A sauce is done. This one's going in the fridge. I did put the other one in the fridge because it said to chill it. On to the next. Next up is Raising Cane sauce, and I am going to cut this recipe down by a lot, in 1/4. Where is my spoon? We'll grab another one. It calls for a cup of mayonnaise. I'm doing 1/4 cup, and hopefully I can remember to divide by 4 the entire way down this recipe. It just seems like so much sauce. Okay, 1/4 cup of mayo going in. So then a half a cup is 1/4 cup, but it's half a 1/4 cup to get, anyways, there's a line in the middle of my cup. That's what I'm gonna use here. Oops. Okay, I need 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. So many things everywhere. I need some black pepper, and I need to grind some. I usually like to have it some ground, and then like all I do is I take the peppercorns and I grind them up, but I don't have any of that, so we're doing it this way. It's not as fine as I would like it, but there we go. Now we need 1/8 teaspoon of onion powder and Creole seasoning, which I don't think I have specifically Creole seasoning. I am gonna use Cajun seasoning. I'm not sure how similar or different they are. My best friend is watching. Don't judge me. Her favorite flavors. Anyways, so somehow I also need 1/8 teaspoon of white vinegar and Worcestershire sauce. So I don't even know. I think if I do that and then, nope, didn't get any. I knew I couldn't pour that in there. There was no way. Now this one, I feel like at least it comes out slow. Okay, did it. Let's mix this one up too. Clean up the edges and put this one in the fridge with the rest of them. Last up is one of my favorites. Red Robin is one of the places I am always ordering from. So we're making some Campfire Mayo, and you know this, if there's any that I'm going to completely fail out, it's gonna be this one, because I don't have the ingredients that it calls for, but I'm gonna still see if I can make do. So I'm going to cut this recipe in half as well. So I'm going to do half of a third of a cup using that line in the center of my cup, my measuring cup, to tell me where I need to be. We're going to be pretty close. So mayonnaise is what it calls for, so we're good there. And a third of a cup of, wait, I'm cutting this down by 4, it seems. I'm going to add another third of a cup because otherwise the math is going to get too complicated. We're doing, or not, another half of a third. That's a lot to say. This is just 1/3 of a cup right there. Then this one, barbecue sauce, it calls for hickory barbecue sauce, Sweet Baby Ray's hickory and brown sugar. And I don't have that. I do have this one, which is quite similar actually. And I like this one better. We're doing half of a third of a cup. Now here's where it gets dicey. It says 1 teaspoon of brown mustard and half a teaspoon of honey. And I'm cutting it in half. So it's like 3/4 of a teaspoon. And I'm just gonna use honey mustard. I don't have brown mustard and we know the honey, it didn't work so well. So 3/4 of a teaspoon. Which one of these is that? Wait, 3/4 of a, it's right there. A little heavy on it. That's okay. It's okay because I can't get it all out of the bottom. So here's where it gets a little dicey. It calls for chipotle powder, and I have a hot chili powder. I think I'm gonna use a little bit less of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking a chipotle is a chili, right? And this is not your standard chili powder that you would use in a chili. I mean, you could, but this isn't regular. So going to add that, thinking that that'll be close enough, and then some smoked paprika. I did have that one. So we're just altering this one a little bit. Okay, let's get this one mixed up as well, and then they're all done. So I need to make some chicken nuggets and lunch, but I'm not quite hungry for lunch yet. So these are going to sit in the fridge and let all the flavors come together while I think about when I want to eat lunch. Okay. Well, nope, not okay. You get any on the side here? Nope, just a little right there. Into the fridge this one goes. All right, here are all of the Copycat sauces. So in order from right to left your way is the Arby sauce. What did we do next? This is the order that we did them in. Chick-Fil-A sauce, cane sauce, and Campfire Mayo. So let's see. Should we try them in the other direction? Let's do that. I just whipped up some chicken nuggets in the air fryer. Nothing crazy. So this is the Campfire Mayo. Mmm. I'm gonna try it again. It does not taste exactly like the Campfire Mayo, but I think that's because I actually could have used more of that hot chili powder. I think we could have. But it is actually delicious. It's just not exactly the same. Would I make that one again? Yes. I would definitely make that one again. And I would make sure to have exactly the right ingredients. Okay, cane sauce, let's see. Now I'm almost like I should have gotten all of these from out and like tasted them next to each other. That tastes basically the same. I don't remember which side. Oh, that's the bite side. This was the pull side. I'm gonna dip the pulling side into it. That's pretty close. That's delicious. Okay, love it. Chick-fil-A sauce. Mmm. This is the best one. That is so good. It's a little bit different, but it has the same flavors. I don't think any of them so far are exact, but they are all absolutely fantastic. I love them. So let's do this. Let's try the Arby sauce, which is our only non-mayo sauce. And I'm gonna try it with the hash brown because that's how I would normally eat it. Okay, this one tastes nothing like it. It's too heavy on the Worcestershire. It's still delicious though. Even though it doesn't taste anything like it, I would still give it high in the stars rating. If I were to make them all again though, this one I think would be better in something, like maybe in a Sloppy Joe's recipe. It's good, but it's not exact. It's not even close to exact. These three, questionable if they're the same. Well, this one I can tell wasn't the same, but still delicious. That's just absolutely fantastic. This was really good too. I'm imagining that with their specific, the Cane's bread and their like nuggets or tenders. Amazing. I'm gonna go finish eating lunch and a lot of mayo it seems. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will pop up some other fun videos here if you'd like to check them out. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.